Well, welcome to another little mini series, and we're starting this one straight at the fuel bowser at Shell. Just topping up, really. Wasn't that much to put in there. I think it was, what, 31 litres, 227.9, so it's all right. It's, yeah, you can complain at it, but it's better than $2.30 something I paid the other day. Anyway, this little mini series is no idea, really. I've got a start of a plan, which is head out towards Yalgoo area, a little place called Joker's Tunnel. I'm not too sure what else there is to see out there, but apparently it's a good little spot. So we'll head out there, have a little look at that, and then go from there, really. Another 3 or 4 days off. Just try and make another little mini series. It's like the last little mini series we did, which is going great guns. Bloody over the moon with that. 4 videos, and yeah, just the support I've got from those has been incredible. But anyway, let's get on with this one. And the car's all serviced up. If anyone noticed anything new, I've got new wheels, new tyres. I've gone down a size in the wheel to an FJ Cruiser 17-inch wheel, just because they're cheap, or the tyres are cheaper. If anyone remembers, way back when we first started our trip around Australia, we bought 2 Cooper's tyres, $431 each in Tom price. That's for an 18-inch wheel. Yeah, not a fan of that price. So $250 for the wheels, and then the tyres I've stuck with Cooper's simply because they've been bloody top notch. For $431 I was impressed, but just very pricey. These tyres here in town, Tyre Power, $390, I think they're $390 each. So it's a bigger tyre on a smaller rim. Touch wood. Yeah, I'll be able to air down a little bit more and get a little bit more clearance with them. But anyway, I'm happy with them. I'm happy with Cooper's. I think the next price of the Falcon Wild Peaks or something like that were about $387. So I'm going to stick with Cooper's because I'm really happy with the last 2 that I got. And yeah, they lasted their time there. But anyway, let's get on with this. Let's start heading out towards Yalgoo. Hopefully on the way, I've got to find some little bits of firewood and fill up the little firewood bag. Yeah, we'll just get on out there, see what we see on the way. So it might not look like much, but got a full bag of firewood and they're all pretty much cut like that, so I'm happy with that. Straight off the side of the road. When they do their slashing and that, they just leave it all pretty much on the side of the road. Anyway, keep on moving. Happy days. Full bag of firewood. Let's get out of here. So I've made it to Joker's Tunnel, and this is about 10 minutes, I guess, southeast of Yalgoo. You can see it out in the distance just out there. There's also a nice little lake out here. But Joker's Tunnel, nice little spot. Big camping area down the back of the hill, which we'll go and check out once we've had a look at the tunnel. And I think there's a little information bay there, and one just down there by that caravan. But we'll jump into the tunnel and check it out. Apparently there's a couple of different species of bats in there that you can see, which is going to be good to see, and we'll check out these little information bays on the way in. But let's get in there. Well, barely a walk from the car. There's the tunnel. I was expecting a bit of a walk, but yeah, 20 metres. So an interesting little read there. In 1894, William Nuttall discovered gold here. The Nose Rest Range. His lease became known as the Yalgoo Joker after Yalgoo goldfields were declared in 1895. And this tunnel is over 100 metres long. So it's going to be a decent little walk in here. And I've only got the little torch on top of the GoPro, so we'll see how we go with that. And this tunnel was all done by hand, which is pretty interesting. Be bloody hard yakka, hard stone in here. So I'm trying not to blind these little bats, but check that out. There'd be about 10 or 15 little bats in there. Tiny little things, probably about this big. So I think I'm about in the middle now, and I've pretty much been hunched over the whole way. Apart from this middle bit, I can stand up straight, but some of this rock in here just, it blows you away that they've done this by hand. Would have been hard going. Well, there we go. We're out the other side, and that gets extremely tight at the end there. But incredible to see that just these rocks, I mean, how they got through them by hand. That's some serious hard work. Well, beautiful little spot this one, Joker's Tunnel. This is the other side with the campground here. Plenty of little spots around there, a couple down there, and I believe you can follow off these little tracks, but I'm not going to do that today. It's a bit windy and just a little bit too early in the day. It's about 2 o'clock. So I'm just going to pack up, head out of here, and we'll get back to the car, have a look at HEMA maps, see what we can find on there, and then get going. But Joker's Tunnel, blows you away to see they've done this by hand. And the little bats, tiny little bats in there are pretty cool to see. So another little weird bit, just reading the information, Bay, and Joker's Tunnel isn't actually on the Joker's lease, which is a little bit strange. Doesn't really say why, but apparently it's the Joker's lease is around 100 meters away from the tunnel. Starts about 100 meters away from the tunnel, but it just doesn't tell you why it's not, well, why it's called Joker's Tunnel and it's not on Joker's lease. Yeah, strange little bit of information that they don't really dive into. So if anyone knows, let us know down below there. But Joker's Tunnel, done. Having a look on HEMA maps as well, I was going to head back to Yalgoo and sort of an inland way up to Mount Magnet, but by the looks of it now, I think I might head towards Paynes Find, stay somewhere around Paynes Find tonight, somewhere around there. Nice little free camp with some signal, be great. And then check out Paynes Find really, and whatever we can on the way. But Paynes Find, I believe is just a pub, hotel, a little museum. I'm not so sure if they're still mining there or what the go is, but we'll find out that when we get there. Yeah, and I guess see what we see along the way, but we'll hit the road, get on out of here. So I'm passing by a lot of these little, I guess they're ex-mines. They still come up on HEMA maps as mine sites. They look like just old shafts that have been left, fenced off. Which is good because I don't know how deep they are, but there's no real information about it or anything. Apart from HEMA maps. HEMA maps does say what the mine was called. Don't know what this one's called, I didn't even look, but it's just interesting to see what's left over at each little one. And they're everywhere. I think this is about the 4th that I've passed now in 20 k's, so yeah, cool little stop in every time we come past one. So this one's a interesting little shaft, or ex-mine, whatever it is there. You've got this one all fenced off, and then in the background there you've got the main mine along this area, which is Golden Grove. And a prospector out there, it's just come from somewhere over there. But Golden Grove, underground gold mine, and it is, I'm pretty sure it's the biggest mine out here. I worked there probably 6 or 7 years ago, only for a couple of weeks, but yeah, incredible to see the size difference from this to what it was years ago. But I think it's going to be too windy to get the drone up. I'll try and put it straight up, see if we can see anything of Golden Grove. Not that I think we're going to see anything, but still worth a shot. So this is probably going to be one of my last stops here for the night. This is Paynes Find Mining Centre, I believe, on HEMA maps. It's not on Wikicamps. Certainly abandoned. But it is weird, once I had the drone up, you can see a little spot up on top of the hill over there. They are still actively mining that. A little camp just over the hill. I'll drop in a little bit of footage there. Hopefully it was in the little bit of footage there I got on the drone. But yeah, weird how, it's just weird to see everything sort of abandoned, the old ex-mining areas. And doesn't look like there's any movement at all. But just over the little hill right there is active mining, which you wouldn't even know about. Yeah, good little walk around here, nothing much here, just a load of leftover crap, but we'll keep on moving. Try and find somewhere nice to camp up and put a fire on. What are you doing? Well, this is going to be my spot, I think. This is Mongers Lake Camp. And there's a couple of little different camps. There's a couple down there as well, and one just down there, but this seems to be the nicest, and the one down that way has got another car in it, so stay away from there. But Mongers Lake Camp, looks pretty good. About 400 or 500 meters away from the lake, and well, it's just a good little spot really. But fireplace there. We'll get everything set up, we'll get the fire on, we'll get dinner on, just in time for the sun to go down, and yeah, it should be good. And this is $8 a night. I've only just found out. It comes up on the Wikicamp's Mongers Lake camp under D4, so Department of Parks and Wildlife, which is easy enough. Get on the website, pay you $8 and happy days. But it's a beautiful little spot. Not too sure about the weather over there, the rain and that. It's probably just my luck that we are going to get some rain, so we'll see how we go there. Put the awning out, put everything out. Well, happy days. Everything's set up. I've got a beer over there, not in hand, but what a beautiful little setup. Just listening to the birds sing and that beautiful view. We've got a hot plate on the fire as well, and we're going to do some, well, I'm going to do some infused sort of drumsticks. You would have seen me a while ago now do them in the caravan, the old caravan, but these are bought. $4.40 from IGA. You can get a kilo of chicken drumsticks for about $4, but I don't know, it's an easy meal. Chicken drumsticks and some salad, and we'll be good. But checking the weather, it's not looking good. I've done the usual trick, I think, and about 1 o'clock in the morning, it's supposed to start raining. 80% chance. Yeah, it doesn't really stop until about 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just going to have to get over that, I think. Race into Paynes Find, have a look in the museum, just try and keep out of the weather. But that's all we can really do. It's time to get dinner on, grab another beer. But this is us. Beautiful little setup. Well, it's the next morning around 8ish, and pretty average sleep last night. We got a little bit of rain and a fair bit of wind about midnight. So jumped out of bed, put the awning away, but other than that, pretty good little night. Yeah, not a lot of rain, but I think it is still threatening us from the other way now today. We'll deal with that as we go. So that was pretty interesting. Following a couple of emus the whole way out of camp. I don't know where they must have just been cruising by, but yeah, pretty cool to follow them out. And I'll let them be. But I think it's another 50-60 k's until Paynes Find. So probably an hour on this dirt road, but I don't know, we'll see how we go. Doesn't look like there's much to see on the way, but whatever we see on the way, I guess we'll have a little look at it. So this is Paynes Find, and diesel is $2.40 at the moment here, so I'm going to pass on that. But tavern, roadhouse, accommodation down there, not too sure how much it costs, and I think there's a little caravan park at the back there, but we're not here for any of that. We're here for the Paynes Find gold battery. It's 900 metres up the street there, and hopefully it's open. It is the school holidays, but it is Sunday, so don't know what's going to happen there. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Paynes Find, nice little area. Let's get up to the battery and have a little walk around in there. Well, just my luck, Paynes Find Gold battery is closed, which is a bugger. Open 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock daily during wildflower season, which is coming up now. Yeah, I don't know, that's a bit weird. School holidays still, and it's closed. Oh well. Don't really know where to go now. Nothing we can really do about that, but there is some little bits I can walk around out the front. We'll have a little look, and I believe there's a little information bay out the front we can have a look at, so play it by ear. Oh, this is it. This is the little museum, which is closed. Yeah, bit of a bugger there. We can have a little walk around there, see some of the machinery. And this little information bay. So, interesting little story. On the 27th of May 1911, Tom Payne drove his horse and sulky into Mount Magnet and registered the first gold mine claims in the area that was later to bear his name. And within 4 months, a government battery was approved in this area. The Paynes Find plant was number 46 on the state's battery list and commenced crushing on June the 17th, 1911. So the government invited tenders for the purchase of a number of batteries across Western Australia in 1987, expressing a preference to those indicating a clear intention to maintain the operation of the plant. Fortunately for Paynes Find, the battery here was bought by the Taylor family, who continue to crush ore from time to time, making it the oldest operating gold battery in Western Australia. Celebrating 100 years, 1911 to 2011, Taylor family, 80 years of mining at Paynes Find. So there is a sign up on the front door saying that they are closed for maintenance and repairs, so no access to the mill area during this time. We'll be reopening the 5th of August through to October. School holidays, Friday to Monday, so fair enough. So it is a little bit of a pain that it's not open, but it's entirely on me. I probably should have rung ahead and looked into it. But yeah, good little walk around that one, and that's me at Paynes Find pretty much done. Got the drone up, had a little look around. There's a couple of little, I guess, mining areas around here, but they all look abandoned. And apparently, from what I've read, Wikipedia strikes again, this is the only gold battery that's still running in WA. and it is a bit of a tourist attraction. So yeah, interesting. It would have been better to have a little walk around inside it, but yeah, nothing I can do about it. And saying that, I think we're gonna end this episode here. A bit of a disappointing way to finish the episode, but we'll get over it. It's just good to be back out here cruising around, having a look at different things. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. So it might not... Oh, that wind. We'll try and find somewhere around Paynes Find to start. I think we'll head towards Payne Find. A little bit of... Nope.